Hopefully you caught my blog yesterday about NeuroLeadership and the principles around that and the value of microlearning. So what I'd like to talk about today is this new model that they introduced at the NeuroLeadership Summit called the AGES model, and that's an acronym AGES, which stands for Attention, Generation, Emotion, and Spacing. So today we're just going to talk about attention because this is putting microlearning into practice. What they have discovered that the brain is only capable of taking in one thing at a time. So this whole idea of multitasking isn't real. You cannot multitask. All you do is you switch attention from this thing to that thing and back and forth and back and forth. So to really embed something so that you'll be able to remember it later, you have to have a single focus. So think about when you're presenting an idea, like I'm presenting to you today. I'm presenting you this idea about how important it is to have one single focus when you're conveying. We get insight through putting our attention to something, and when we put our attention to something, it signals the brain that, wow, this is really important. I'm going to have to retrieve this later on. People have to make their own self-generated links. So you can't just dump information on people. They have to make the connections themselves. They have to do some self-reflection. They have to be aware of their own thinking patterns and their learning style and the process that they go through to embed something. So a big part of that is how we put our attention or don't put our attention on something. So the idea here is don't focus on delivering information, focus on creating insight. That's the big idea here. Focus on creating insight, not just delivering information. Just because you tell somebody something doesn't mean it's going in. So I'll leave you with this question for today. How are you making learning harder for yourself? How are you making your own leadership learning harder for yourself? How are you making it harder for your people? That's something to look out for today.